Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Reviews back with another video. Now before I get into today's video, and I'll show you guys some really amazing iPhone tips and tricks that you need in 2022, I will just ask you guys for a quick favor. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are very close to reach 300,000 subscribers, and of course most of you guys that actually watch my channel are not subscribed, so make sure you do that. It would really help out a lot. And now let's get into the video. I will show you guys more than 20 tips and tricks that every iPhone user needs in 2022. We're starting with a quick tip from an email app. So when you go to one of your emails that you have received, you will see right there at the top, if you have like a bunch of emails from the same user, you will see just the day where you have received that email. But did you know that you can just tap right there on the day and it will show you the exact date and time where you have received that certain email? A really interesting feature that you can find on Google. If you search for something on Safari, you Google something and you go to images, you can actually use something called the Google Lens. It's that button right there. Once you open an image, it will show up right here and you can just tap there and it will automatically allow you to select text you want. This is something like the live text feature on iOS 15. So I can select any word I want within that image like that, and then of course I can go ahead and copy that text from the image, of course as text, or I can search for that, I can listen to that, or maybe even tap to translate right here. It will allow me to straight translate directly from here. Choose to any language I want, select basically any text from any image, copy it, share it, or just go ahead and straight translate it right here from Google. Something really interesting that you might not have noticed about the flashlight on your iPhone. So when you go to the control center, you probably know that you can 3D touch here and you will have these different levels right here on the flashlight. But when you set the flashlight like this, so let's say you turn it on and you leave it right here, this is level 1, so it has 4 different levels. Now you go out of here, you turn it off. Every time from now on, every time you turn on the flashlight of your device, it will be on that intensity. So if we go here, you can see it's right there. So this will basically be saved as the intensity to which the flashlight will open, will basically turn on all the time whenever you turn it on, even if you do it from the lock screen with the lock screen button. So anytime you do that, it will basically save that intensity, and then anytime else you basically go ahead and turn it on, it will be on that same level. This hidden iOS feature will let you turn any slow-mo video that you have recorded with your iPhone into a normal video. The way to do that, simply go to the video, tap the edit button, and right here we'll get a slider which basically allows you to adjust the length of the slow-mo part and of course move it around. What you have to do is just make sure you grab this and just basically turn them together like that, and now you don't have a slow-mo video anymore. All the video will be the same, and of course it will be turned into a normal video. A really cool feature of Siri that probably a lot of people don't know is that you can use Siri to actually Google anything you want straight from anywhere on your iOS device. You don't have to go to Google, don't have to go to Google Chrome or Safari, just use Siri. So let's just say Google iReviews. And just like that, you can see you can basically tap there to show all the results and everything else that it has found. And even if you use the type to Siri feature, which you can enable by going to accessibility, go to Siri right here, type to Siri, then we can just go ahead and say Google iReviews. Just like that, type anything you want and it will basically find anything you need on Google. One really cool feature of Safari that I like, that I believe every iPhone user should know, is the ability to open links in background. So here, if I'm on a website, I see a link I want to open, but I also don't want to leave this website. All I have to do is just 3D touch on that link and tap open right here. But now it says open in a new tab. What you want to do is go ahead and go to Safari, go actually to settings, go to the Safari settings, and right here we'll have open links and choose in background. Now when I 3D touch here, you can see I can choose open in background. I can continue browsing here and the link will be opened in the background. You probably have noticed that on iOS, when you go to Safari, go to a different website, videos will just start playing automatically. That's really annoying. Of course, it will slow down your browsing experience, and if you're using your cellular data, that will of course consume a lot of data as well. So make sure you stop that by going to accessibility right here, go to motion, and you will find here autoplay video previews. You can just go ahead and turn that off. Now you can even do this by going right here to per app settings, and you can choose to do this for any app that you want individually if you don't want to do it system wide. On your iPhone, you probably have a lot of iMessages, and they have attachments as well. They will take space on your device, but you don't want to delete your conversations. You just want to delete the media that has been saved on your device, which is taking a lot of space maybe. Now the way to do that, go to your settings and make sure you go to general and then go to iPhone storage. Find messages, and right here you will see photos, videos, and other. Now what you can do here is just go to one of them. It will show you everything that you have received, even the date right there where you have received that file. Will show you a preview of course right here, and will show you the size as well. So you can tap on one of them to preview it. Of course, you can even share it from there if you want to, but you can also delete that from your device. So if you want to save space, if you have like a lot of videos and stuff like that you have received through iMessage, you can go ahead and delete them from here. This feature is really cool. It is really interesting and very useful at the same time. So you can search for photos based on text that's on that photo. You cannot do this on the Photos app, but it actually works from the Spotlight search. If I search for a word on Spotlight, you can see right here it will show me from photos, and these are pictures that actually contain that text, and you can see it right there. It even will highlight the text that we just searched for. This is really cool. So anytime you maybe need to search for a screenshot or any picture that you have, you know there's a part of a text on that picture, just search for that text on Spotlight and you will find it. A really cool thing you can do on your iPhone is combine assistive touch and back tap. Now assistive touch has some really great features, and it has basically a menu that allows you to do a lot of things really quickly, but you don't want to have that button laying around all the time on the screen. But you can invoke it anytime you need to simply by using back tap. So here I triple tap and it will invoke it. Of course you can enable it by going to your settings, go under accessibility, go to touch right here, scroll down to back tap, double tap or triple tap, and make sure you choose right here assistive touch. Now once it shows up, I can go ahead and do a lot of things here, like maybe go to the app switcher or just take a screenshot of my device. You can do a lot actually with assistive touch here. You can have a lot of things like maybe invoking the control center. I don't have to reach for the top there. Really cool. Now I can customize that simply by going here under assistive touch and then go to customize top level menu. You have the icons here. You can add even more icons. Tap the plus button, you have a lot of different actions that you can perform right here, even launch shortcuts using this feature. Now when it comes to launching shortcuts, this is a really cool feature that you can basically make with iOS back tap feature. So with the back tap feature, you can launch any app you want. So here if I double tap, I can launch iMessages. The way this works, simply go to the Shortcuts app and create a shortcut to open any app you want. Tap the plus button, search for open app, and then just search basically for the app here you want to, add a name to the shortcut, and then simply go to your settings, go under accessibility, go to touch right here, go to back tap, double tap, and you can see right here we'll have all of your shortcuts. Just choose the shortcut you just have created, and of course you will be enabled to actually launch that app using double tap or triple tap on the back of your phone. A really cool new feature that Apple has added on iOS 15 is the ability to change the settings based on apps and not to apply the same settings to all of the apps. You go under accessibility right here and you will have per app settings. Now what you can do here is add your apps, but you can also add home screen. So here's home screen, and you can actually change the text size. You can add like maybe larger text, bold text to the home screen only, and it won't be applied anywhere else. So you want to apply bold text turn it on from here, that will be actually applied only to the home screen. Now what I like about this is that you can basically enable things like maybe smart invert. This is really cool. What I like about it is, of course, it adds like this really cool effect to the home screen. You can see when you go to the app library, it looks really cool. And what I really like is the color that it gives to the battery indicator when you're charging it. So now it's black, but when I plug it into charge, you can see it turns it into pink or purple, whatever that is, and it actually looks much different, and it looks actually pretty cool. So it doesn't add much, but just a nice little touch to the home screen, making it look a bit different. On your iPhone, you probably know that you have the shake to undo feature, but do you know that you can actually do that even without shaking the device? Simply tap your iPhone somewhere on the corner right there, like with your hand or maybe against your leg or something like that when you're holding your iPhone, and you will be able to actually shake to undo by simply not shaking at all, just tapping your iPhone's corner like this or the bottom of your phone, and it will basically allow you to do that thing. Moving on to the Files app, this feature is really cool, probably very useful for a lot of people. If you have PDF files on your Files app and your device is on iOS 15, then you will be able to actually lock any one of your PDF files, of course, individually. You open the PDF file, tap the share button, and you can go ahead and just lock the PDF with any passcode you want. Create a passcode right there, and the passcodes will of course be individual for each of the PDFs that you lock. And another cool thing that you can do with PDFs on iOS is that you can easily sign them simply by tapping right there on the markup button. Tap the plus button, you will have here signature. If you don't have a signature, you can tap right here, and you can basically add one by tapping the plus button and then tap done, and you will basically have your signatures right here. Anytime you want to sign something, you can go ahead and choose whichever one of them you want to use. Of course, move it around, resize it, and just place it anywhere you want on any PDF file or any other document that you want to sign. Just like you drag multiple icons of apps on your home screen, you can do the same with files as well. So let's say you want to move a file basically to another folder or something like that, and you want to select other ones. You can just go ahead and simply select files like that and just move them all together without having to do that individually for each file. And if you want to quickly find any file you need, you can go ahead and of course search it on the Spotlight search, and you don't even have to open the Files app. You can just 3D touch on any file you want and copy that file directly from the Spotlight search. Now with iOS 15, you can even do this from the lock screen of your device. When you're on the app library of your iPhone, you don't have to reach for the bottom to swipe up to get out of there, or swipe here. Maybe you're using your iPhone with just one hand. All you have to do is just tap anywhere right here on the app library, anywhere where there's a blank space, and it will go right back to the home screen. If you have an iPad, you know that with iPadOS 15 there is the quick note feature, basically allowing you to create quick notes, and that is not on the iPhone, but you can still have access to those notes that you take with your iPad on your iPhone. Just go to the main page of the Notes app, and right there at the top you will have a folder where all the quick notes taken with your iPad will be saved, and you can have access to them directly from here. Of course, you can edit them and do anything else you want. Go to your settings, go under accessibility, and right here we'll have subtitles and captioning. Right here you can change the way the subtitles look on your iPhone. So you will have different layouts right here to choose from, and you can see it will basically show how they look there. You have a transparent background, you have large text, classic, and all that. But of course you can also create a new style. Go here, you can choose font, you can use the background, you can choose color for the background, color for the font, anything else you want, and of course have your subtitles look the way you want to. With iOS 15, now you have suggested widgets on the home screen. So if you have a stack of widgets, you can enable suggested widgets, and based on time and of course location and all that, Siri will suggest you different widgets and will add them automatically to that stack. Now if you 3D touch on that stack, then it will give you the ability to actually add that shortcut to Siri or suggest shortcut less, and add also the Siri suggestion to stack. So if you want to do that, you can do that directly from the stack simply by 3D touching that stack of widgets. So that's basically it for this video, guys. These are more than 20 tips and tricks and hidden iPhone features that every iPhone user should know in 2020. 2022. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe for more. And I'll see you on the next one.